guys, I have not turned on the Porsche GT4 in a few days. Here is a 718 Cayman GT4 cold start. Le Mans style, put your foot on the brake, foot on the clutch, left over here.
P40 scan active.
Exhaust on. This is a run out from second to third, and maybe we'll get to fourth. There you go. That is a Porsche GT4 flat out. If that don't put, I'm just gonna say, guys, if that don't put a S-H-I-T grin on your face when you drive it, well then I just don't know what will. And let me tell you, you're in the wrong hobby. Go get another car. God, I love this car. It's so good. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Driven Nashville. My name is Adam. If you're new to the channel, we produce weekly enthusiast-driven car content. And I just want to say real quick, guys, we've done well over 100 reviews at this point. I'm more excited about what we're doing today than I ever have been. Please like, please share. I hear it helps the algo. You know, I'm not really great with all that stuff, but just do this because I love the hobby. I love the passion. I love these cars. And today I have maybe my all-time favorite car currently, and that is a 2020 Porsche Cayman GT4 in what is currently, in 2022, PTS Miami Blue. So let's get into this car, shall we? Because I'm going to tell you everything you need to know. Most likely, if you're looking at this video right now, you're probably thinking, is this going to be the car for me or not? These are not cheap, guys. I have the window sticker right here. This car comes in at $128,680. And you can see here, they charge you $35.40 for the Miami Blue paint. Leather and Alcantara inside is $21.60. The PCCB brakes are $8,000 upgrade. You can get red steel brakes. This has the PDLS headlights at $2,140. I gotta say, these headlights are so sexy. They have the lights that come on all four of those little corners there. Just fantastic. You can see all the other things. They even charge you to paint the wheels black. They even charge you $26.40 for the adaptive sports seats. This does not have the carbon buckets. Let's just start off right there. A lot of guys say that these cars should not have the buckets. I will tell you guys, the buckets are awful. I am about 6 feet tall, and I am a slightly larger guy. As if you watched my 981 video, I called those out. They're very, very, very difficult to get in because they have an extremely high and then a very low point. So you have to rest your hip here, and then you literally slide down in. They are not adjustable here, where of course these are 18-way adjustable. You can adjust them here, you can adjust it here. You can make it go up and down, tilting, back and forward, all that. On the buckets, all you can do is up and down and forwards and backwards. This is fixed, and it's fixed in a pretty aggressive position, let me tell you. So my gut and my recommendation for you is if you're over 5'10", you go ahead and get the 18-way adjustable. Now, overall, let me just step back for a second and kind of get back into the forest here with you. The spec on this car with the Alcantara, the color contrast stitching, they charge you for that. Feel free to look at the window sticker again. The brakes, the way the yellow pulls in with the blue. This is the exact way I would have spec'd my car, period. I absolutely love Miami Blue. This is a color-changing paint. What I mean by that is, in this particular light, it looks kind of more baby blue. At nighttime, it looks more darker blue. I mean, the color just pulls everybody's eye and everybody's attention. It is absolutely stunning in person. I promise you, this car gets more love and more attention than almost any car I've done a review on. You literally have to go to an Aventador or something very, very exotic like an F8 Ferrari to get the same amount of attention that this particular color 718 is going to get you. I don't know what it is. It's just this particular shade of blue strikes the eye and gets all of the love. Now, the changes they made, I'm going to go ahead and put a link right up top here. We did a 981 review. Feel free to check that out so you can get my thoughts on the old one. Now that had the 3.8 liter Carrera engine. They've restyled the front a little bit. They've extended this, right? Here you can see the built-in K40. When we go for a point of view drive here in a minute, you're gonna see that. It'll be flashing in our face. So they've restyled the front a little bit. They've added about 50% more downforce. You can see here, this is restyled as well. They've also restyled the rear diffuser, specifically the exhaust. So you can see here the two exhausts right here. So they've restyled this, and this is all contributing to a 50% more downforce without increasing any more drag. Obviously, they've redone this. All the new Porsches have this beautiful 3D lettering here. They've restyled the lights in back here. I don't know if this is gonna pick up on camera, but just look at these lights. I mean, they're so amazingly cool. This particular key does not have it painted in Miami blue, but that's okay, we'll forgive it. It does have a cover though. It's kind of cool, right? So, coming on in, look at these lights. So cool. And of course, these are your turn signals and brake lights. Overall, the exterior styling on this thing is absolutely fire. I just love it. I think it's such a good looking car, you know, the mid-engine. I was always a fan of the Cayman look, but this particular spec, so on point. Now, I will also add that it has quite a bit of practicality, guys. It really does. You do have Michelin Cups, you know, Cup 2 tires, so these tires are the one negative as far as functionality on the road. You know, these are not going to be good in the rain. They're not going to be great on the track, but they're only $295 tires, so they're not going to be the most expensive tires to replace, although not going to be cheap. But when I say practicality, look, you got quite a bit of space, you know, quite a bit back here to put some stuff. And then the front trunk as well, because it is mid-engine, you have quite a bit of space as well. So, you know, you can see we've got all our camera gear in here, quite a bit of space. So let's talk about the performance of this car real quick, and then we're going to take it for a point of view drive. 414 horsepower, about 309 foot-pounds of torque. The 0 to 60 in about 3.7 seconds, runs the quarter mile in 11.9 at 120. So is it as fast as the 911, especially the top specs like the GT3s of the world? It's not. It's never intended to be. It does have the 4-liter flat six though, which is nice. It's got a great sound to it. I will tell you the power plant in this thing is very linear. You got to run it out. It redlines about 8,100 RPMs, but you're not going to hit max torque, which is right, like I said, right around 310 until 5,000 RPMs, and you're not going to hit max power at 414 until 7,400. So you really got to run this thing out. When we do the point of view drive, you'll see you have very little horsepower below 3,500. I mean, if you come around a turn too slow and you gas it, you're not really going to go anywhere. But with the auto blip technology that this thing has, it makes running through the gears and charging so enjoyable. In fact, I think this is one of the all-time best 6-speeds. It's so easy to drive for a 6-speed. I'm telling you, it's super hard to stall out. It has anti-stall technology. It has hill climb assist, so if you're on a hill, it will not roll back on you. It's just incredible the technology they baked into this 6-speed. It's so butter. It's so easy to control. In fact, it's almost so easy that it takes some of the enjoyment if you're into, you know, manual transmissions. I've done a ton of reviews with them, and some of them are really hard to drive. I'll tell you, this one from almost hello, you know, getting in and turning it on, you figured it out. So if you're used to manuals, you're gonna have no problem here. Everybody wants the PDK on this, I will say, or at least a lot of guys want the PDK that I've been hearing. I would still get mine in a manual. The manuals are dying. PDK is great for the track, don't get me wrong, but the auto blip technology that this thing has, you can really go for it on the track without worrying about over revs. And there's just something about coming from third to second in a turn and that whoa, that rev that it gives you, oh, you're gonna see it in the point of view drive. It is exhilarating, it's intoxicating, it's so much fun. I hope the passion is coming through on this, guys, because I love this car, I really do. If I didn't have a Lotus Emira on order, which I've already put a $2,500 non-refundable deposit, I would probably keep this car. Now, let's do a point of view drive here. If you have any questions about the car, feel free to leave them in the comments. Hopefully I hit a lot of the bases that you were looking to cover. Listed for $148,750. To be specific, that is about $20,000 over MSRP. Why is that, guys? Let me think. Go ahead and call up Porsche. Go ahead, I'll wait. Go ahead and call up your local Porsche rep. Go ahead and say, hey, I would like to get a Miami Blue 718 GT4. And he's gonna say, okay, I'll add you to the list. And if you're lucky enough, and if you've bought enough cars from them, You might actually be able to put a deposit down, which will be, of course, hefty and non-refundable. And you're still gonna have to wait probably 6 months. And you're also probably gonna have to pay over MSRP. And the other thing to be mindful of, if you want Miami Blue, you're gonna have to pay $12,000 because Miami Blue is now paint to sample, which means the allocation to getting a paint to sample car is even rarer. So this is why this car is $20,000 over. If you wanna have one, you can go ahead and get it. If it makes you feel any better, between the built-in K40, this car also has Dundon headers. I'll go ahead and put the little sticker right here, the little install order for that. So those headers were almost $10,000 installed. So the owner has about $152,000 with taxes in this car anyway. So you're actually still getting a really good deal, I would say. But don't get me wrong, it's a lot of money. I mean, $148,000 is exotic car territory. But I gotta say, and you'll hear it in a minute when we go on a point of view drive next, I don't think you're gonna regret the purchase. I swear to God, I've actually thought multiple times, like, I'm just gonna cancel that Amira and take this one. Because there's just something special about these cars, guys. I hope it picks up in the point of view drive. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share this with anybody that you think might like it. Let's go for a drive in this thing so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, guys, let's go take a GT4 for a drive, shall we? This car's all warmed up now. So I will tell you, this car has dual personality. What I mean by that is, if you're just babying it like this, it will lug, it's quiet. I've even got the exhaust mode turned on and it's still quiet. You could absolutely take your wife out for dinner, have a very enjoyable cruise. She's not gonna get nauseous from the suspension. You know, the suspension shares a lot of the components from the GT3 in the front and the rear. So, you know, overall, you would think it'd be very track focused, but it's pretty darn comfortable. Here's the best part about this car though. You go ahead and, let's say you want to have some fun. It transforms the soundtrack of this car. It's unreal. Once you get to about 4,000 or 4,500 RPMs, the baffles open up. I mean, that is the sound of the gods. It's so good. If that doesn't just get your spidey sense going, I just don't know what will. I mean, it is the best sounding engine I have heard, or one of them. You know, I have heard people say, hey, you know, the new 718 doesn't have the same soul as the 981 with the 3.8 liter, and I will tell you, get a set of Dundon headers, because this has plenty of soul. It sounds unreal. It sounds so good, and it's so capable. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You are not going to be able to exploit this car on the street, period. You can't. You're going to have to take it to a track, guys. There's just no way. It's too fast. You know, if you guys care to see real quick, if you're on the highway and you're doing about 70 miles an hour, which is about right there, you're under 3,000 RPMs, and again, the car is quiet. Very, 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 very few sports cars get this right, where you get comfort, you get low, you know, noise, and I gotta say, the build quality of this car. I've been driving this car around now just a couple days. I can tell you, it is unbelievably good. There is no, and I mean no, rattling in this car. Everything feels so well put together, period. So good. And I just don't understand how Porsche can do it so well, and then you get in like a Tesla, or you get in most other manufacturers' cars, and it's just, they just don't have the same type of build quality, you know? Yeah. And I mean, there's something intangible about that, because it's expensive, sure, so it better be good, but it actually is, you know? You spend $140,000, but you get a car that actually feels like it was $140,000 and drives like it's a $140,000 car, and that's such a great trait. And that's why I really think that you're never gonna regret this purchase.
And everybody who rides in this car, I'm telling you, I've had multiple people in this car, and everybody said, God, this is so nice. Everything feels good. It smells good. Everything's soft touch, right? High quality materials. And when they go for a drive, oh my God, like the expressions and you know, the sensations that they're feeling, let alone what I'm feeling as a driver. Again, it's an intangible factor, right? And that's why you're gonna love this car. And I just wanted to say that on camera because a lot of the reviewers don't talk about that aspect. It's the build quality, right? This car just nails it. It's so good. You know, so like I was saying earlier, guys, you gotta take this thing to a track to exploit the limits. I'll do my best just to give you, you know, kind of a nice street drive here. It's just such a good car. You know, the sound of that engine, unreal. Just so good. I just love the dual personality of it. I've said that before, but it's true, you know, you don't have to make it sound so loud if you don't want to. Also have to be going Mach 1 to enjoy the car. You know, just cruising around like this feels great. Very fun. You do hear quite a bit of tire noise though from the Michelin Cup 2 tires. These are track tires, so just keep that in mind. So good. Yeah, you can feel Porsche's technology, you know, keeping the power down, right? You can turn that off, but I gotta say, Porsche's stability management and their traction control system is one of the best in the game. It's not that intrusive. You know, you can really go for it and it'll let you spin a little bit before it catches you. It never really cuts power either. It really lets you have a little bit of fun, which allows you to keep up the speed and keep up the performance. Very, very enjoyable. You can really feel the mid-engine when you come through these turns. You know, guys, it's just such a great car. It really is. I have very, very few negatives. You know, very, very few negatives driving this vehicle. It's one of the best cars they've ever made. And it's going to have a special place in history. There's no doubt about it. Never gets old to lay into that gas pedal.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the point of view drive. I hope you enjoyed and got some value out of this video. I can't say enough, and trust me, I'm usually pretty critical on cars. Go watch my reviews on several vehicles. I always am looking for negatives and just trying to keep it real for you. There's really no negatives on this car other than the price. It just hits on all 6 cylinders. It's such a good car. I think you'll love it. The only negative is, like I said, the price. It's just not cheap, you know, and it may never depreciate. I mean, let's be honest. How many naturally aspirated manual cars are going to be made over the next 10 to 15 years, right? Ones that look this good. There's no doubt about it, this thing is going to hold a special place in Porsche's history, a special place in automotive history in general, and just overall a completely amazing sports car. I'm just so thankful that we get to feature these cars, and I'm so thankful for Porsche for making them. So please keep making them, okay? Because, you know, we love them. And I think this was just a really special one. So thank you so much for watching. I really sincerely appreciate it. Please subscribe. We produce content just like this every single week. We've got a Huracan SVO coming up. We've got a Project 8, which is the fastest production sedan in the world, dropping soon. And who knows what's coming after that. Oh, I've got a 997.2 turbo coming. That's exciting. So lots of cool stuff. So thank you so much for watching. I think this is going to be it for us. Brian, thank you for all the awesome montages. How many videos have we done now together?
Like 22?
No, I think it was like 22. I'll have to count them up. But it's been great working with this guy. Me and him have become great friends, and we just love it. So this is it for us. The next shot you'll see is a drone, and that's it, guys. I'm wishing you a fantastic summer. And it's hot as hell today. We're actually shooting this in the morning, but whew, it's already like 85 degrees and humid. So welcome to July. I'll talk to you later.